And welcome back. Well, women wear lots of hats in life, don't we? Yes, we do. We are coworkers, moms, wives, friends. The list goes on and on and on. So today, we have strategies to keep you winning at work, at home, and within.
Tiffany Yvonne is a leadership coach. She also runs an organization called She Plays to Win. She joins us now with how to adopt the right mindset to manage it all. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's so good to see you all always.
Thank you. It's a lot. I was reading about a meditation for working moms, and it was mainly for people who have babies and young kids just going back to work. But we're all trying to manage so much and feeling responsible for so much. It seems like impossible to get a mindset where we can feel like we are breathing.
Yeah, I think the key to that is just to take a breath, right? Because it's unconscious. We're always breathing, but it can raise up and make us just feel like we're holding our breath just to get through. So yeah, the many hats is a wild situation, but it's where we're at. So we got to navigate it.
Right.
So what does it mean, this She Plays to Win? What does that mean to you, and how do we embody that?
You know, She Plays to Win really is a mindset, and it's a movement around how do you shift your thoughts from that, oh my gosh, that morning meditation did not work, to like, how can I really just like continuously pour that in? It's still wild to me that like I get to sit here with you all every month. I said it on the news and then it happened, right? So it's also about that ability to make a bold stance for what you really want your life to look and feel like. Ask for it without fear of rejection and like move in the space to just continue towards the things that you want. Sounds like amazing, but people are always like, well, how do I do that?
Yeah. And does it have to be public?
It doesn't have to be public. I think it starts within, but if you write it down and you share it out, you're more likely to stick to it. That's that She Plays to Win mindset. It's like, I'm going to say it, and even if I fumble or if I fail, I'm not going to be embarrassed that I said it. I'm human.
Yeah.
Yep, it didn't work. I'm going to get up and I'm going to try it again.
Or I might pivot.
Yeah. So how is it to move into it then? Because I think it's one thing to declare these wishes or these dreams or these goals or whatever you want to call it. But then you said, giving yourself the space, the time, the practice to move into it and to make it a reality.
Yeah, I have an acronym for everything. So literally, people see the outside of me and think like, oh my gosh, she's such a powerhouse. But the She Plays brand is really an acronym. And it was born in therapy, right? I was feeling surrounded and lonely. And I remember a therapist asked me like, what do you want? And I was like, well, I want my husband to, or I want my kids to. And she put her hand on my knee. She's like, no, what do you want? And I really hadn't even imagined that. So Plays stands for purpose. So like, I need to know my purpose for me, not just for those whom I love. I need to have love, not just for everybody else, but self-love. Ambition, because we always have that. We're always like moving up the mountain. The why though is for youthfulness. So like, what brings out the fun? How can I add fun back into my calendar? And then the S is for slays. And that is the mindset. Like, I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to really embody that, like, I slayed whatever I did. So I think when people look at that acronym and really plot out where they are in each one of those buckets, that's the balance that you're kind of looking for. And not that it's always going to be linear, but that you want to make sure you have some in each one of those buckets, all rooted in your purpose.
Well, I like the fact that you brought up the balance, because work-life balance is something everybody's trying to attain and they don't know, is this realistic? One of the conversations I've had a lot with girlfriends lately is the fact they feel like all they do is work and maybe try and work out or tend to the kids. They don't have their hobbies or a balance per se. They're not doing things for fun anymore. And they've kind of found that go to the wayside. So is work-life balance truly something we can attain? How do we get there?
It's funny, we will come up with other words just to say it's not real. Work-life integration, work-life harmony, we'll call it anything, because we believe that balance means like this straight scale where we're never tipping. Truth is, if you try to balance on anything, a ball, a yoga pose, we're always like,
little wobble.
So truly, I do believe that it's possible. And I think those pillars of like, am I giving myself enough self-love? Am I still being ambitious? Am I finding those things to be youthful? And am I slaying, at least within my body, do I feel good, right?
Yeah.
That is the balance that we're looking for. And usually if you plot the things you're doing in those quadrants, it's like, okay, I'm a little short over here and I'm a little heavy over here. That's okay, but as long as I'm not, no box is missing something.
Yeah.
That's the key.
If somebody else is watching and on a closing note, they're feeling what you said, surrounded but lonely, what's the first step to get out of this rut so you can start to get to that She Plays to Win mindset.
Yeah, I one more acronym, CPR, right? Know that change is always going to be there and figure out what you're going to do when it pops up. Be really present, right? So we're so stuck in what was and what if, like that worry. So just how can we just focus on what is in this moment? And then the R is just reimagining what success really means. Like, what does it really mean to feel good at work, at home, and within? And how can I align my activities to just do more of that?
Yeah.
I like
Do
it.
more of that.
We need more of you.
I know.
I love it. It was a perfect
Always
way
good to
to
have you
start
here.
out the week.
Yeah, and how to
Thank you
end
so
Women's
much.
History Month.
There we
Yes.
go.
Yes, exactly. I love
Thank you,
it.
Tiffany.
She wore my favorite color today,
Yeah.
too.
It was my favorite name.
To rewatch this segment, she's got it going on, or to send it to one of your friends, visit themorningblend.com. You're just working for us
Yeah,
on every
yeah.
level.